Hello guys, I am Jasmeet and welcome to Blogging Unplugged Clips. On this channel, you will find bite-sized videos from our main channel, Blogging Unplugged. If you are not into those hour-long videos, then this channel is for you. And if you find the content helpful, then make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on the post notification bell. And with that said, let's dive into the video.
Now the next topic that we are going to discuss in this video is the new design capabilities that have been introduced in Elementor 3.5. Now if you have been using Elementor, then you must be familiar with the fact that this plugin gives you a set of tools using which you can create impressive designs from scratch without having to worry about code. Now in this update, Elementor has given you access to 3 more design tools using which you can take your designs to the next level. And these are Transform, Text Stroke, and Word Spacing. Now before we move forward, it is important to know that I wouldn't be talking about these elements in too much detail. However, I have created basic examples to showcase what you can do with these properties. Keeping this in mind, the first property that we are going to discuss is the transform. Or using transform, you can add 2D or 3D transformation to an element. Now, first things first, you can find this in the advanced tab of any widget. Now for this example that I have created right over here, now this is basically a text path widget. Okay, and you must have seen, basically this type of an animation where when you hover your cursor over a stamp, it basically rotates on hover. So this is what I have created using a text path widget just to showcase what a transform can do to it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select this and I'm going to head over to advanced, and there you can see the transform widget. Now in the transform widget, you will find option to rotate, offset, scale, skew, or flip. So what I have done here is I have set the rotation to 180 degrees in the hover state and the scale to something. I'll show you the exact value, then I've set the transition. Now it is up to you, whatever is that you want to do. That totally depends on the kind of requirements that you have. However, the transform element will let you basically set the rotation, offset, scale, skew, and flip for a widget or an element in both normal and hover state. Now keeping this in mind, let me just click the hover button over here and let me click this edit icon over here, and you can see the rotation is set to 180 degrees. Now when we set the rotation to 180 degrees, what you will see here is that the blogging unplugged is at the bottom while the tagline is on top. Now what we can do here is when I hover my mouse pointer over it, it will bring the blogging unplugged on top and the tagline at the bottom. Okay, now the next is scale. Now you can see when I hover over it, it scales out. Okay, it grows basically. So for that, what I have done is I have set the scale here to 1.2. Now it depends on you. Again, you can change it easily using this bar over here or these arrows over here. It totally depends on you. So I've set it to 1.2 and then set the transition duration to 1163 ms, which basically gives it a little bit of refinement. That's what I'm gonna say here. Okay, the transition is not that quick. It's pretty refined, it's very slow, and you can see it happening. Okay, so this is what I have done here. I think you will be able to understand the basic working of a transform property. In future I'll create a detailed video on this. So the next design property that we are going to discuss after transform is text stroke, and what it does is it is basically used to highlight the headings, important headings on your page, as it adds an outline to it. you can see right over here on this example that this heading basically has a black colored outline to it. Okay, this heading is basically more eye-catchy than what we have over here. You can see the clear difference. Okay, now before we dive deeper into this, before we take a deeper look into this, it is important to know that text stroke is right now missing from the animated headline. Okay, so what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna go here, I'm gonna add animated headline to this right over here. I'm gonna go to style, click headline, and you will see the text stroke is missing. Okay, now I'm gonna delete it. Okay, now you know you can find basically text stroke under the style, and there you see this property right over here. Now it is important to know that the animated headline widget is available for pro users, and if you have the pro license, then you will also have access to the site title, the post title, and the page title. Now text stroke widget is available for these widgets as well, or these elements as well. However, again, it is missing in animated headline as of now. Okay, so just for informational purposes, Elementor 3.6 is out. This video is very delayed. Okay, so text stroke is available in animated headlines in 3.6. So I will be doing a video on that as well. So make sure you like and subscribe to this channel. We are pretty much delayed on these videos. After I'm done with Elementor Pro 3.5, then everything will be on point and on time. Okay, so bear with me for a little while. Okay, so this is what is basically text stroke. So how I have created this example, let me show you what I've done here. So what I have done here is I have set the text color to nothing. Okay, then what I have done is I have added a text stroke which is black for 1 pixel. You can see it right over here. And then what I've done is I've set the text shadow color to something yellow, blur is set to 2, horizontal is set to 0, and vertical is set to 2. So this is basically what I've done with this example. It is pretty simple. You just have to try a few things out and you will get the hang of this. Transform is much more advanced than what is text stroke. Okay, so make sure you try these properties out in your next designs. You will surely love them. Okay, after the text stroke, the next property that we are going to discuss is the word spacing. Now, as the name suggests, this basically adds a spacing, extra spacing. Using it, you can add extra space in between two words. Now, this feature is very helpful if you are trying to use a font where the letters are or the words are too close to each other. Now before we dive into this example, you will find this in the style settings in typography. Okay, let me just click typography over here and you will see word spacing right below letter spacing, and you can set it for devices as well, mobile and tablet and mobile. Okay, so what I have done here is in this example, what I've done is basically I've selected the font family as rock salt. Okay, the weight is set to 600, the rest everything is default, word spacing is 900, and text shadow is set to this thing, this blue color. The color of the text is basically missing, so I have basically replicated this example over here with the blue color and change the font. Basically that is what I've done just to showcase you. Let me just go right over here and decrease the word spacing, and you will see this is how originally the font was, and now this thing is like this. Using the word spacing you can do this. Okay, so this is another very useful property that you can basically creatively use in your designs and make it more eye catchy.
Now I hope you have found this video helpful, and if you did, then make sure to leave a like and subscribe to this channel. Also, the links to our socials are in the description box below. Make sure to follow us on other platforms as well. And with that said, I will see you in the next video.